Welcome to the Healey Brothers Customer Spotlight. My name is Joel Valenzuela, and today we have the opportunity and the privilege to have our customer advisor, Isaiah, and his customer, Jeff Cohen. So thank you
Hey,
so much for taking some time and being with us this evening. Just to begin, Jeff, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you heard about Healey Brothers?
oh, let's see. I'm an eye doctor for the last, probably too long to remember, about almost 40 years now. Um, I've been doing a lot of traveling around lately, put a lot of mileage on my last vehicle, and I decided it was time to trade in while the trading in was still there. And, and I saw the vehicle I wanted, and that's what brought me into the store.
Awesome. So you visited before Healey Brothers? You've
No, this is the first time I was in there.
Oh
No.
wow. Okay, perfect. So what about the dealership? Was it just a specific vehicle you saw or is there something else that caught your eye?
Not, it all started with seeing the vehicle that I wanted. Yep.
Awesome, awesome. And were you the first person that saw Jeff when he came in or how did it work out?
Uh, well, majority of the process was done remotely actually.
Oh really?
As Jeff stated, he has a crazy schedule, so he couldn't spend too much time in the dealership with us. So we got most of it done ahead of time via email and a couple phone calls here and there.
Wow. So it wasn't a normal experience, I guess, a car purchasing experience, Jeff. So for you, Jeff, like what was unique to what Isaiah did or to handle your purchase?
Well, I mean, listen, all these years, you go into a dealership and all that, and there's a lot of anxiety. At least I found in the past,
Mhm.
a lot of pressure that's put on you to do maybe to upgrade or to maybe do things that you don't want to do,
Mm.
and you know what? I mean, I came in, he was very welcoming. He had everything ready. I didn't have to wait around looking, or having him, trying to get more information on what I was wanting. He had it all available. And so the process was real easy. I mean, everything that I was looking for, he had out there for me. He got everything approved for me fairly quickly. It was really, the most stress-free purchase that I've ever done in my life, which is actually, it's pretty cool. I mean, he really made me feel very comfortable. Wasn't trying to upsell me on anything. He knew that I knew what I wanted, and all he wanted to do was to make sure that I was able to walk out of there being satisfied. So it was a great experience, and the guy likes bourbon, so what can I say, man?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So let's get a little bit insight, Isaiah. So we heard his point of view. Like, how did you prepare? How did you try your best to make sure Jeff was well taken care of?
Well, the biggest thing at Healey that all my managers mention is selling the experience. Because the car is going to sell itself. So I always pride myself on being, number one with experience, customer service, make sure everything is ready. Any questions that I can answer, I answer right away. Straightforward. If I don't know the answer, I'll get the answer for you.
Hmm.
So the biggest thing for me is always customer service.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Now, Jeff, how was the delivery and setup process to actually get your vehicle? Can you tell us a little bit what car this was that attracted to you? Actually, I didn't get
Yeah,
to.
it was a Ford Bronco, the Big Bend, I think it's
Oh,
called.
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I was definitely going big this time. It's like I'm not an off-roader, but I want to make believe I am one.
Oh,
So,
hey.
but no, I love the car, and so yeah, I mean the process was real easy. I mean, again, like Isaiah said, my schedule is absolutely crazy. They said what's good for me. I believe they even stayed open a little bit later than they normally would, so that I could come down and sign the papers and pick up the car. I was out of town for a few days. I came back in, and it was very smooth. Came in, sat down with the financing, got that taken care of. They had the gentleman there to go over all the features in the car, which was really, very helpful. Very exciting as well because as I mean, I've read about the car a lot and everything, but to actually, be shown, how everything, the ins and outs, it was very cool. And, it was like, and then I had a bottle of bourbon waiting for me after that. So I know I keep on bringing it up. I'm not an alcoholic, so don't call the police on me. No DWI is here, but, I definitely, when I got home, I did pop that bottle open and I had a celebratory glass. So just, everybody was just very, knowledgeable, very easy to talk to, no pressure. and made it easy for me. And instead of telling me, well, we can only be here at this time and this time, they just kept on saying what works for you, and we'll make it work. And you don't find that very often. I find in my life going around doing the things I need to do, it's usually the experience is, well, this is what we have to offer you. If you don't like it, if you can't be here, well, sorry,
Yeah.
see you another time. And I think a lot of businesses lose opportunities that way. And I think that one of the great things that's going on at Healey over there is that you're not willing to let somebody walk out. You're willing to go the extra mile to make the experience good. And really, for me to sit here and have this conversation with you guys means I was really impressed, because it's a rarity today. So I think we get, listen, even as a doctor, I get people complaining all the time, and very rarely do you get the people that say something nice or whatever. And I think that we don't have enough of that going on in our society today, coming out and saying, you know what, this was really good. This guy was awesome. I told him when he gets his own dealership that he better give me a deal on my next car. But you guys have a good guy over there, seriously. And anybody, you go in, don't go to anybody else. Go to Isaiah, and let him know what kind of alcohol you drink. He'll get you a bottle.
Yeah, beautiful. That makes me so happy hearing how Isaiah took that extra mile. So Isaiah, what inspired you to get that gift for him? That's so interesting.
Well, what inspired me was Jeff had some treats for us in his trade-in when we went to go take a look at it. I don't know if he did it on purpose or anything like that to get a little extra more on the trade, but it was his birthday the day before he came in, and he had some like small shot bottles of like bourbon, and then we started talking about how we both like bourbon. He said I could take one, and then he recommended the Hayden Basil to me, or Basil Hayden to me, and I was just Basil Hayden, yep. And then I was like, I can't try it without getting a bottle from my boy Jeff. I gotta give back.
Beautiful.
But you know what, though? I mean, seriously, and I don't mean to harp on this, but Isaiah's the kind of guy that I would hang out with away from work, away from business, whatever. I mean, and that says a lot. I mean, he connects with people. I mean, I can see this guy being a friend of mine, somewhere down the road. So, he'll take me out for a drink, I'm sure, in a week or two.
Yeah,
awesome.
some Poppy Van Winkle.
Beautiful. So just to conclude, Jeff, you already really did a great job describing your experience. We're really grateful again for your time this afternoon. We know you had a busy schedule. Thank you, Isaiah, as well, for coming out. Just a final thought. Is there anything you'd like to add that you think we could do to improve the experience?
I don't know. I mean, aside from saying something ridiculous like "give me $10,000 for a vehicle,"
Yeah.
No, I mean, seriously. I mean, they gave me a fair trade-in on my vehicle. They, the pricing was good. They brought the car over from their Goshen lot, so I wouldn't have to go to Goshen. So, I think the formula that they have is working really well. So, I would just say, don't go away from that. I think a lot of times, you have a formula and then somebody comes around and thinks that they could do better or have a better idea or whatever. And all I'd say to the management over there is the formula you have is working really well. The people you have in place are really good. So treat them well, make sure you keep them there, and, just keep doing what you're doing. And, in a few years, I'll come back and upgrade from my Bronco to who knows what.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Is there any last words for you?
No, I just can't thank you enough, Jeff, to come on here and say those great words. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me.
Perfect.
Hey, man, you deserve it. It's not bullshit.
We definitely have to get a drink together one day.
You got it, man.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to this Customer Spotlight brought to you by Healey Brothers.